And the fourth habit is to think win-win. And some key insights here. The most important one that I found was that you need to develop this abundance mindset. In order to be in the right frame of mind for thinking about win-win situations, you really need to be in this abundance mindset. So the opposite, obviously, of abundance would be a scarcity mindset. So if we look at somebody that is scarcity minded, they tend to compete, they will hoard information, they tend to think that people are maybe trying to steal something from them. The pie is getting smaller, they fear change, and they avoid risk. Whereas if we look at someone with an abundance mindset, they tend to be more generous, they will collaborate, there's plenty to go around, so the pie is always getting bigger, there's enough for everybody. They take ownership of change and they embrace risk. So you want to be a person that is abundance minded as opposed to scarcity minded. The next insight is that most people don't even think that a win-win situation is possible because they tend to think in dichotomies. Okay, so strong versus weak, hot versus cold, win versus lose. What you first of all need to do is think that yes, a win-win is possible. But second, the more difficult thing is that you need to have real discipline with yourself to not settle for anything less than win-win. So the other insight was that you shouldn't compromise. It should be win-win or no deal. You need to walk away from the table if there is not a win-win situation. And that is much harder to do than a win-lose situation. And finally, you should always be thinking about these emotional bank accounts that we spoke about earlier. So before you get into any kind of negotiation, if it's in business or a relationship, you should always be building up that emotional bank account first before jumping into any negotiation, because that's going to make this win-win much easier.